That means even if I want to say hello to you, I need a form of energy. Which form of energy is that? Yes, you are right. It is the sound energy. So, don't you think that sound is a very interesting thing which plays a very important role in our life? Sometimes the sound is very melodious and very soothing for our ears. We love to listen that sound. But yes, sometimes it's very irritating and noisy also, right? So in sound, there are different characteristics which we are supposed to know, and today we will focus on that, right children? The most basic thing we know about sound is that sound is created due to vibrations. We know very well that whenever vibrations are there, sound is produced because of that. The vibrations are actually transformed through the particles from one end to the another, and so the sound propagates from one end to the another. Let us just see that with a simple activity of slinky. This is the slinky and two-way tape or double-sided tape I have attached at one end. Now I will attach it to this board like this. Okay, so that it is fixed at one end. And now the other end we will stretch like this. Okay, so now let us see how the vibrations just propagate from one end to another of sound. I will just give one flick to it. So with the help of slinky, we can easily understand how the sound propagates from one place to another. Let us know something more about it, children. Now here you can see the same slinky is used here. Okay, when we flip, we saw that the sound travels from one place to another, or the vibrations are propagating, right? Now it propagates in a certain particular pattern. Okay, so what is that pattern? At some place, the sound waves are very close to each other, they are crowded, and that form is called as compression. Further, it will scatter from each other, it will be away from each other, and that will be nothing but rarefaction. So, with this pattern, it moves ahead. Let us know about it easily with the help of a foldable straw. With the help of a foldable straw, we can easily understand the same thing, children. See, here the rings are very close to each other, they are crowded, so it shows compression. But when I stretch it, it shows rarefaction. The same thing we can understand with this straw. It is showing both the patterns at a time. Here the rings are very close to each other, they are crowded, so it shows compression. Here they are away from each other, scattered, so it shows rarefaction. So both the things are seen together at one place. This diagram will give us the idea about sound wave propagation. Now you can see here that the particles are moving from its mean position. When the particle is traveling from A to B, means moving from its mean position from A to B, it covers one complete cycle, and this is called as wavelength. Now, when the particle is moving to its highest distance from this mean position, this highest distance covered by the particle is called as amplitude. The more the amplitude, the higher the amplitude, louder will be the sound. Now, when it is moving and covering the distance, this type of movement is called as frequency. The higher the frequency, that means more amount of frequency will give us high pitch. Children, try to observe the frequency and wavelength carefully. You will see different wavelength and different frequencies. The number of wavelength is changed, see. This is the part of the same kit, children. You can easily understand higher frequency, shorter will be the wavelength, and lower the frequency, longer will be the wavelength. So we can understand why sometimes the waves are covered to a long distance and why sometimes to a shorter distance. Children, we tried to understand the different characteristics of sound with the help of different kits that are available in Discovery Lab. We also used Slinky, straw. Similarly, you can also try the different things which are available at home and try to understand it in a different way. I hope you will try it on your own surely. Thank you.